Hi everybody, I hope you're all doing well. We are here with a general and timeless reading. Before we get started, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. I'm seeing you move towards a very, very happy place for you. It seems like this is a time to sort of enjoy things right now. Because it seems like there's been like a very big upheaval or change that you've been going through. We are using the Fountain Tarot deck. I'm seeing you look a little bit antsy about something here. It's one of those moments where you may be like waiting for your time to speak or to talk within a situation. I'm getting like a little bit of anxiety here with the Queen of Swords. It's one of those, yeah, it's like everybody's taking their time going around the circle saying something, but it's kind of like happening in a popcorn way, so you don't know who's next, and you're like, when do I interject? Like, when is my turn to talk? This is what I'm seeing here. Like, when do I step up and get on stage? But this feels like a little bit of excitement as well, so it may not be all anxiety. Yeah, newcomer is what I'm hearing. It may be your first time doing this. I'm seeing you sort of behind something here. Like this Queen of Swords is sort of like behind glass. And that can be a metaphor for feeling like something has been pressing you a bit. And now you sort of have freedom to decide like whether or not you want to come out. And maybe say something or step up. Again, like I'm getting this feeling with this Queen of Swords of like, is it my turn to go in? It's like this moment of double dutch and you don't know like when to hop in and when to wait. So it's just, it feels like something that you're learning. I'm seeing the Fool here. So yeah, this can be something new. This may be a new way that you're using your voice too, or a new way that you're expressing yourself. There's like a sense of anticipation here. Like I'm seeing somebody's eyes where, you know, when somebody's new to something, I'm seeing this vision of someone and their eyes look like a child's eyes, like an anticipation of this is new and I'm excited and I'm feeling some anxiety and like I can't wait to kind of like go in, or like waiting for my turn, you know, that. And I'm seeing like once you jump into this, you're going to feel such freedom. It's going to feel like immense freedom. I'm seeing somebody in a gymnastics outfit, but there's definitely something here about the inner child that is connected with this experience here. And I'm seeing like so much blue here with the Fool too. And again, this feels like it's associated with the throat chakra. Feel like there's so much to express here as well. Yes, Strength on the bottom of the deck. This is a shining moment for you. For some of you, I'm seeing that you're going to be releasing art or something that you've created. I'm seeing like a gallery here. I'm seeing marbled stuff, things with paint. The name Vanessa is coming through. Yeah, I'm seeing actually a painting, and I'm seeing a sign, a signing on the bottom, like an insignia or somebody's signature. I'm seeing it be dated and stuff. Yeah, this is going to be a moment that is going to feel so exciting. I'm seeing it's going to be super enjoyable for you. It feels very new. It feels like trying something new, exploring in a new way. You're going to feel really connected with this as well. You may go into it in a sort of like tentative manner, seeing how things unfold. But it looks like as soon as you sort of like allow yourself to like let go and really enjoy this and be like, I'm going to explore it and just commit myself to being here in this moment and allowing this to unfold as it will without needing to have all these preconceived notions, you open yourself up to enjoying the rhythm of things here within this situation. And I'm seeing you actually learn very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. It's like you start understanding the pattern of how things make sense. But at first, especially starting with the Queen of Swords, you could have been like a bit in your head about this. Like that moment of social anxiety. You can feel like this choice of yours is bringing about more harmony or balance into the world, into the universe. You can feel like this is something that you're meant to be sharing to bring about more peace, to balance the scales, so to speak. To correct something even. I'm seeing you feel like a lot weighs on you. Like you may be in a space where you're like, how are we going to change all of this? Or how are we going to fix all of this? Or like, how do we even begin to address all of this? It feels very heavy. I'm seeing you also feel like as a lot is resting on your shoulders, maybe you feel that there's like not as much of a community that you're connected with as you want to be connected with. I'm hearing that's going to take some time to build. You may also be wanting very badly to make sure that the way that you do this creates the type of balance and harmony that you want. So there's like an alchemical aspect of this, of transmutation, and like the whole point of this is to bring about more of a sense of balance that maybe you feel like is lacking in some way. So it's kind of being a weight when it comes to the polarity of things, maybe, to have the Justice card here. Can be connecting with the Libra within your chart as well. Regarding what we were talking about, connected with community, Ace of Swords, Two of Cups, you are going to be connecting with people through the truth that you carry and you bring as you get more comfortable using your voice in a way that resonates with you. I'm seeing you putting yourself out there, and because of this, it is connecting you with people, and they're the people that see the light within you. Ace of Swords. And this is all glass. It's like because of you speaking in that clear and crisp way, other people are going to, your message is going to translate properly, and it's going to connect you to the right people. Two of Cups. Because you are speaking in resonance. And so the people that resonate with that frequency, you're going to draw them in. For some of you, you're transmitting a message. I'm seeing something about, what is it? Singing bowls? Is that the right term? It's like a vibrational thing that you're doing here. This all comes back to you using your voice, all of it. I'm hearing, but you had to find it in order to use it. The Fool is also you using your voice in a way that is new to you or different to you, in a way that you may not have a lot of experience with, but you're interested in moving in that direction. To experiment, because the Fool is connected with Uranus. So this is like, what is your original and authentic way of utilizing your voice? And what do you want to become of that? And also, like, what is your ethos? What is the point of this? It's to bring about more awareness, justice, integrity, for you to bring about a sense of balance that maybe you feel you're meant to be bringing, to add something to your life and maybe the lives of others, community, connecting with people. You may feel, this feels like in part, there may be this part of you that's like, how do we fix the world? How do we fix the universe? Like, how am I supposed to do all of this? You know, those moments where it can be very overwhelming. Because I'm seeing you do feel like there's a lot that you're doing on your own, but as you continue to do this and like fight your fight to be playing out your dharmic path, it is going to feel stressful because this is like a big mission of yours. And also, the further along you go and the more actively and confidently you use your voice, which is going to be gained through the experience and your openness to the experience, you're going to call in the right people. And they're going to see you. I'm seeing people be very, very inspired by you putting yourself out there and taking a risk and just seeing how things go. So you are also giving other people permission both to step into their own light and also to connect with you through them, like being able to visualize your own journey. So this is a community event, even though you sort of feel like you've been on your own doing this. I'm getting something is catching on. Yeah, people want to come through and speak with you. There's this feeling that it was very important for you to do something in a particular way that you felt was right to you, morally, like aligned with your values. Like, it is part of my mission to do this. I need to do it in this particular way. It wasn't the easy way to do things, but it was the necessary way to do things in order to be in alignment with yourself. I'm seeing you be very clear within your connection with yourself, within your relationship with yourself. I'm seeing the Tower here. I'm also seeing the Three of Wands. You may be very shocked as to how much progress you actually make. It may not have been something that you were seeing before, and you could have also been like, am I even making a difference at all? And I'm seeing something so monumental here. I'm also seeing you learning how towers work too as well. And this has to do with like karmic balance, repercussions and outcomes, and things that get decimated in order to be built back up properly. See how the Tower, it's like gonna go one way or the other way, and there's this like sense of balance here, right? Now there's mirroring with this. You see how this person, it's a little bit difficult to see, but see how the Tower is there and then it's kind of like a mirrored image here, and this is you like wrangling things in. So it feels like you're learning how the like forces of nature and like the forces of energy work and how to manipulate them. And now there's like a further moment here where like you've learned how to like wrangle this in on your own, and now you may be connecting with other people, working with other people. But for some of you, I'm seeing this vision of you may feel like you're doing something alone, but because other people are doing it in unison with you, you guys are actually working all together. But you may physically feel like you're doing something on your own, but energetically you're actually doing things with other people that are doing the same thing. And because you guys are on the same frequency, it's like when you have a loudspeaker, right? And you have it at a certain volume, I believe that it is. It's like vibrating at a particular level of hertz. I don't know what exactly the terminology would be, but basically if you have two loudspeakers, I think like at the same volume, it's going to make it louder and louder and louder. It's going to like enunciate it. It's going to carry it. It's going to double what it is because they're both on the same frequency. And so rather than it just sounding like a single one, it allows it to be like duplicated, and it creates like more of a reverberation, and the sound is stronger. It like gains a sense of like carrying with it. And so this is actually what I'm seeing happening here. But you had to sort of like graduate to being able to get a particular register within your throat chakra with the Ace of Swords, which is like a cleared out throat chakra space to be able to like emanate the message. I'm seeing something about a frequency where like other people are connecting with this. This is the singing bowl thing, again, where there's like a frequency that's being emitted. And I'm seeing something like karmically that's shifting, that's very, very heavy, that you are learning how to wrangle on your own, but that other people are also doing the same thing. And so again, like all of you guys are working together in unison to control this thing. It's like controlling this force of energy. You may still feel very lonely at times. And there may still be like a lot of deep worries that you have, or things that really set you off, or like deep fears that you connect with. This can be like feeling very... Sometimes it can just feel very heavy still. Even though all of this is happening, you know, sometimes it just hits you and it kind of knocks the wind out of you. This feels like people that you may see as kind of working against the agenda of yours. It's like people that don't understand the resonance of the Ace of Swords. The people that have like blocked chakras are not going to be able to see like the truth and the light of where you are coming from, what you're emanating. So these can be people that maybe you come around that you feel like are sort of working against you at times. There can be like a fear of criticism, judgment, or like a lack of support because not everybody's going to understand. People that are still in a shadow space, people that are still being run by their ego, they're going to feel very triggered by what it is that you're doing, by you using your voice, by you making sense. Their egos are going to have like a field day with that. And so there can be an attempt from certain people's egos to like knock you down when it comes to what you're doing. My suggestion is just to allow yourself to see it as irrelevant and to not pay mind to it and to keep doing your thing, to not allow it to take the joy away from this process of yours, because I'm seeing something so beautiful that you're doing here. But yeah, you can, the thing is that like so many people are in different places, right? And so you can have the most pure, beautiful thing ever. And there are some people that are still going to hate on it, you know? Because they don't understand. It's scary to them and it's triggering to them. Because their ego's like, I don't want to see that, you know? They're not in that space yet. I'm hearing that they're not in that upper register. And they want to keep playing the game, you know? They want to stay in the matrix, and that's okay. Their journey is their journey, and they're working out their karma just as you are. This is your path, and that is their path, and all of them are going to... We're all going to end up in the same place. We're all going to the same place, but we take different routes to get there, you know? When you ascend to a place where you recognize that the Five of Swords is really somebody being able to connect with you where you feel insecure within yourself or you're not supporting yourself, when you get to that point, then you're going to not be bothered by the Five of Swords anymore. For all of the readings that I've been doing today, I've been getting major crown activations. Like, a lot of you guys are going through upgrades right now. You're going to be feeling this. Some of you, the upgrades will be different for each of us. For some of you, your sleep patterns may change. Like, for me specifically, like, sometimes I won't be eating as much. I'll have a harder time sleeping. It kind of feels like electric. Maybe like your stomach can be feeling weird, stuff like that. Some of you may get headaches. You may feel like you get spurts of energy and then it goes away. There are all these different physical manifestations that it can be. Again, it can be different for each of us. But there can be like dietary shifts that are happening. Your energy may be different. I know like some of us also still have like matrix jobs that we go to. So it's not always the easiest thing because it's like I'm trying to get like 7 hours of sleep a night. And then I have to like wake up and go to my job. And I'm so tired because I could only sleep for 2 hours. Just bear with it. When we go through upgrades, it happens for like a little spurt and then it is going to resume back to what feels normal. But a lot of us are going through this shift currently. Back to this Five of Swords, what's going to happen is you're going to get into a place where you're so good with yourself that the Five of Swords becomes irrelevant. It's like not even something that registers with your frequency anymore. And the Five of Swords is people in a closed heart space. So when yours is so open, you can see people that are in a closed heart space and you can still love them from that space and not take any of that personally because you know it is all a projection of what's going on internally within them. And that's like really all I have to say about that. So we will just leave that part there. So I just want you to know that you can be speaking the truth. Do not take on someone's projected energy, having you feel like that's invalidated just because this person is not in a space to truly see and understand. And for those of you that feel like you've been maybe around somebody repetitively like that, you may be actually removing yourself because I'm seeing something about you pulling away and breaking off from that. Some of you are going to do this through... So there are lots of ways to transmute energy. For some of you, you may feel like, I can't be in that environment. I need to separate myself completely. For some of you, you are going to do the work through karma yoga. You are going to be within these dynamics with people that actively may feel triggering to you. And you're going to learn how to transmute the energy in these situations without having to leave them. It's going to be difficult, but it's something you're going to be able to achieve. So you'll be able to actively go in like the most challenging of circumstances and be able to maintain the frequency that you have. But it's something that is practiced with mindfulness. I'm seeing something here about like meditation and grounding. I'm seeing you look very, very concentrated here with something that you're doing. This is like such a head trip, this whole vibe with the Five of Swords, Four of Swords, and the Eight of Swords. But it's learning also to separate your energy from other people's energy and your energy and to like not take on another person's neurosis. I'm hearing because you're already dealing with your own. True. Part of being human, huh? The name Stephanie, Stefania, those names are coming through. I'm seeing the image of a woman here. This is beautiful. As you work through this personal journey of yours where you're coming to terms with things, especially mentally, and getting into a space of like peace and self-love with this, because it's being able to be in a space of Eight of Swords where you're dealing with whatever's going on mentally for you, and to still be able to meet yourself in that space without judging yourself and being like, okay, that's just part of like this human body, that's part of this human brain, it's part of this human experience, and I can still meet myself within that space and still carry on with it. I don't need to fall into it every time, and I don't need to fall to my knees every time. Like, I can have this unpleasant experience and be like, okay, that's what the body is doing right now, you know? That's what my psyche is doing right now. Like, oh, I felt bothered by what that person said to me. That's how I'm feeling right now, you know? It's like moving through this whole experience in the way that you do and trying to meet yourself with love every time. Trying to meet the other people that you connect with or interact with on a daily basis in that same space, in that same vein. And I am seeing there be like a uniting, a coming together that's happening. It seems too like this journey has been teaching you about using your discernment as well when it comes to who you connect with, and also who you allow to have like energetic power intertwining with yours as well. So it's kind of showing you like, where do you feel support and leaning into that versus where do you not? And rather than fixating on that, just going in the other direction, leaning out. Yeah, something may have really thrown you off. Like, something may have happened that felt a bit abrupt. Feels like something unexpected that happened. But I'm not so much seeing this be your thing. It feels like maybe you interacted with somebody that's dealing with something karmically, and it could have really impacted you, but I'm not seeing it be your karma to be taking on, and it is your choice as to whether or not you do take that on. I'm seeing something here about you opening yourself up to connecting, like taking chances. I am seeing that like something was going well, something was fine, and then there was like this torpedo of maybe, I don't know, just something popping up that felt maybe off-brand for what had been going on around you, but I'm seeing your guides be like, don't allow that to distract you from what you have going on here. It's also very, very important to discern the difference between your energy and another person's energy, so you're not taking on projected energy. Because you can have somebody tell you some really like wild things about yourself, and when you check in, if you're like, I do not resonate with that at all, then you don't have to take that on, you know? But it's about knowing yourself and getting familiar with yourself, and also being honest with yourself too. Because sometimes people will come through and they'll give you really great insight of something that you hadn't realized about yourself. And when you check in, you're like, you know what, this person is right. And I didn't realize that thing. And I'm so glad that they brought it to my attention. Other times you're going to have people come through that are going to make wild accusations, and you're going to take that and check in, and it's not going to resonate. And so you just serve it back, like return to sender. So yeah, whatever this thing is that you've been feeling stressed out because you've been handling something independently, what I'm seeing is that there's teamwork that is going to be happening here. So you're not going to feel like you're alone trying to get through this. I'm seeing a coming together, a joining of forces that's happening here. I'm looking at Libra, which speaks about our interpersonal relationships, our values. I'm looking at Mars. I'm looking at Uranus. I think that's it. Yeah. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for connecting. I'm seeing the letter F here. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.